2 a.m. You're awake. Again. Your eyes snap open in the dark. You're staring at the ceiling, and you feel that familiar, sinking feeling of frustration. That anger, because you know you have to get up. You shuffle to the bathroom, your mind already racing. I barely drank anything. I specifically stopped drinking water at 7 p.m. Why does this keep happening? You blame your bladder. You blame your age. You blame that small glass of water you had hours ago. But what if I told you it is not the water? What if that nightly interruption isn't your bladder's fault at all? What if it's a silent alarm, a desperate signal from your body that you are critically deficient in one single overlooked mineral? A mineral that has taken your sleep, your energy, and your bladder hostage. Stay with me, because today I am not just going to tell you what this mineral is. I'm going to show you the exact plan to use it, why the common forms of it fail, and the mistakes that make it completely useless. This is the information you need, and it starts tonight. All right, I will not waste your time. We have a lot to cover. The reason you are waking up is not a weak bladder. It is not just old age. In the vast majority of cases, the root cause is a deficiency in magnesium. Yes, magnesium. Now, you might be thinking, magnesium? I hear about that for leg cramps. What does that have to do with my bladder? Everything. Here is the simple, critical truth that most doctors don't have time to explain. Magnesium is the body's master relaxation mineral. It is the off switch. Think of it this way. Calcium is the on switch. Calcium makes muscles contract. Magnesium makes muscles relax. You need both in perfect balance. But here's the problem. Our modern diet is loaded with calcium, but strict of magnesium. As we age, our ability to absorb magnesium plummets. Our stress levels burn through what little we have. So what happens? Your body is stuck in the on position. This affects you in two critical ways. First, your brain. Magnesium is essential for producing GABA and melatonin, the hormones that tell your brain to shut down and enter deep, restorative sleep. Without magnesium, your brain is tense. You sleep lightly. You wake at the slightest noise. Second, and this is the key, your bladder. The wall of your bladder is a muscle called the detrusor muscle. When you are low on magnesium, this muscle can't relax. It's tight, it's tense, it's spasming. It becomes irritable. This spastic muscle screams, "I'm full," to your brain, even when it's only a third full. So, you don't have a small bladder. You have a tense, spasming, irritated bladder. And it's robbing you of your sleep, all because it doesn't have the one mineral it needs to relax. Now that you know the secret, it's a relaxation problem, not a capacity problem. We can finally destroy the myths that have kept you frustrated for years. Myth number 1, you just drank too much water. This is the most common and the most wrong. Let me explain. When your body is healthy and you enter deep sleep, your brain releases a powerful hormone called vasopressin, or antidiuretic hormone. The name says it all, antidiuretic. Its job is to tell your kidneys to shut down urine production for 8 hours so you can sleep. But here is the catch. You only produce vasopressin when you are in deep sleep, because your magnesium deficiency is keeping your brain tense and wired. You never reach that deep sleep. Your brain never gets the signal to release vasopressin. So your kidneys just keep working, filling your bladder all night long. It is not the water's fault. It is the lack of the stop signal from your magnesium-starved brain. Myth number 2, it's just a normal part of getting old. This is the laziest excuse I hear, and it drives me crazy. It is not normal. It is simply common. It's common for one reason. Magnesium deficiency gets worse every single decade you are alive. Why? First, our soil is depleted. The spinach you ate in 1970 had far more magnesium than the spinach you eat today. Second, as we age, our production of stomach acid decreases, and you need strong acid to absorb magnesium. Third, many of the most common medications prescribed to men over 60, especially blood pressure pills, diuretics, and acid reflux pills, are notorious for draining your body's magnesium reserves. It is a perfect storm for deficiency. This isn't an age problem. It's a cumulative deficiency problem, and that means you can fix it. Myth number 3, it must be my prostate. This is the big one for our audience. And let's be clear, an enlarged prostate, BPH, is a very real condition that can absolutely cause urinary frequency. You must get that checked by your doctor. But what if it's not the prostate? Or what if a magnesium deficiency is making your BPH symptoms twice as bad? Remember, magnesium relaxes all smooth muscle. This includes the tiny muscles in the prostate gland itself and around the urethra. When you are deficient, these muscles tighten, squeezing the urethra just like an enlarged prostate does. This can mimic BPH or compound it. Many men are shocked to find that when they fix their magnesium levels, their prostate symptoms dramatically improve because the tension in that area finally relaxes. Okay, so you're convinced. You need magnesium, but this is not as simple as running to the store, grabbing the first bottle you see, and calling it a day. That is a recipe for failure. You need the right magnesium in the right way at the right time. This requires a 3-step approach. We are going to build your foundation with food. Then we're going to amplify it with the correct supplement. Here is my simple 3-step plan. Step 1. Fortify your diet, building your magnesium foundation. All right, step 1 is our foundation. Listen to me. You cannot supplement your way out of a bad diet. It will not work. You can't fix a severe deficiency with food alone, but you must use food to build your foundation. Why? Because these foods don't just contain magnesium, they contain all the cofactors, the other vitamins and minerals that your body needs to use that magnesium properly. Think of a supplement as a bullet, but food as the entire cannon. You need both. Your goal is to get at least 3 of these foods into your regular daily rotation. First, almonds. This is your perfect afternoon snack. Just a small handful. Not only are they packed with magnesium, but they are also loaded with vitamin E, which is critical for brain health, and healthy monounsaturated fats. These fats keep you full and satisfied, preventing you from reaching for those sugary snacks that drain your magnesium. Swap your bag of chips for a handful of almonds. Second, but there is a trick. This is vital. Many people say, I eat raw spinach salads every day. That is good, but for magnesium, it's not optimal. Raw spinach contains something called oxalic acid, which actually binds to minerals like magnesium and blocks your body from absorbing them. The solution? You must eat it cooked. A light steam or sauté breaks down that oxalic acid, unlocking the magnesium for your body. A cup of cooked spinach has a massive amount of magnesium, plus vitamin K for your bones. So add it to your eggs in the morning, or sauté it as a side dish for dinner. Third, avocado. This is one of nature's perfect foods. Half an avocado with your lunch is a fantastic goal. Yes, it's famous for its healthy fats, which are great for your heart. But it's also a magnesium powerhouse. And here's a bonus. Avocados contain more potassium than a banana. Potassium is another electrolyte that works with magnesium to regulate muscle function and blood pressure. It's a true 2-for-1. Fourth, pumpkin seeds, also known as pepitas. For men over 60, this is a non-negotiable. This is your secret weapon. Why? Because pumpkin seeds are not only one of the most potent sources of magnesium on the planet, they are also one of the richest sources of zinc. Zinc is the #1 mineral for prostate health. It's been shown to help reduce the symptoms of an enlarged prostate. So, by eating pumpkin seeds, you are getting the magnesium to relax your bladder muscle and the zinc to support your prostate. This is the ultimate 1-2 punch for men's urinary health. Sprinkle them on your salad, add them to your oatmeal, or just eat a handful. Fifth, legumes, like black beans and lentils. These are humble, cheap, and incredibly powerful. A scoop of black beans with your meal or a bowl of lentil soup is a fantastic move. The benefit here is threefold. 1. Magnesium. Obviously, they are loaded with it. Protein. Great plant-based protein to maintain muscle mass. Fiber. This is critical. This fiber slows down your digestion, which helps stabilize your blood sugar. Why does this matter? Wild spikes and crashes in blood sugar are another common hidden reason for waking up in the middle of the night. By eating beans, you're supporting your magnesium levels and your blood sugar. And sixth, dark chocolate. Yes, you have permission. I am prescribing dark chocolate. But not a milk chocolate candy bar. That's just sugar. You must look for 70% cacao or higher. That dark, slightly bitter chocolate is packed with magnesium. And as a huge bonus, it's filled with antioxidants called flavonoids, which are fantastic for your heart health and blood flow. Just 1 or 2 small squares in the evening is a perfect, healthy way to boost your levels. Now, just as important as what you add is what you remove. You are fighting a losing uphill battle if you're trying to add magnesium while chugging sodas and eating pastries. Here's why. Sugar and refined white flour are anti-nutrients. Your body requires a huge amount of its precious magnesium reserves just to process a single molecule of sugar. It's called the magnesium burn rate. Every time you eat a cookie, a slice of white bread, or drink a soda, you are draining your magnesium tank. You are taking 1 step forward with your almonds and 2 steps back with that can of Coke. So cut out the sodas, cut out the sugary cereals, switch from white bread to whole grain. You will stop the drain, and the powerful foods we just added will finally be able to fill the tank. Step 2. The warning: you must use the right type. This is the single most important part of this video. Please, listen closely. If you go to the average pharmacy, you will find magnesium oxide and magnesium citrate. Magnesium oxide is the cheapest. It's what's in most generic multivitamins. It is also garbage. Your body absorbs almost none of it. It's worthless. Magnesium citrate is the most common, but citrate is a laxative. It's designed to pull water into your colon to make you go to the bathroom. This is the last thing you want. It will send you to the bathroom at 3 a.m. for a different, much more explosive reason. The form you must look for is magnesium glycinate or magnesium bisglycinate. It's the same thing. Let me repeat that. Magnesium glycinate. Why? The magnesium is chelated or bonded to glycine. Glycine is an amino acid that also calms the brain and promotes deep sleep. It is a Trojan horse. The body sees the glycine, which it loves, and swings the gates open, pulling the magnesium right into your cells. It is the most absorbable. It has zero laxative effect, and it targets your brain and muscles directly. It is the only one I recommend for this problem. Step 3. The perfect timing. This is simple, but crucial. Do not take it with dinner. Do not take it in the morning. Magnesium glycinate is your sleep supplement. You want its calming effects to peak right when you are getting into bed. Take your full dose 1 to 2 hours before you plan to fall asleep. This gives it time to be absorbed, to start relaxing your nervous system, and most importantly, to tell that spasming detrusor muscle in your bladder to finally relax. Stop. Before you run out and buy magnesium glycinate, you must understand this. Many men try what I just said and it fails. They come back and say, I tried it and I'm still waking up. It failed because they made one of these 3 fatal magnesium-killer mistakes. Mistake 1. You take it with calcium. Do you drink a big glass of milk before bed? Do you take a bone health supplement that has calcium and D3? Do you eat a bowl of ice cream or cottage cheese? You are sabotaging yourself. Calcium and magnesium are rivals. They are like 2 brothers fighting for the same parking spot. They use the exact same pathway in your gut to be absorbed. And calcium, the bigger brother, always wins. It will shove magnesium out of the way. The fix? It is simple. Separate them. Take your calcium, your dairy, your multivitamin in the morning. Take your magnesium at night, all by itself, or at least 4 hours apart from any calcium. Mistake 2. You have low stomach acid. This is the hidden epidemic for men over 60. As we age, our production of stomach acid, HCl, declines. If you get bloating after meals, if you have GERD, if you are on any kind of antacid, Tums, or prescription acid blocker, PPI, you have low stomach acid. You need a strong, acidic stomach to break down mineral pills and absorb them. Without that acid, your expensive magnesium glycinate pill is just passing right through you. The fix. This is a simple, powerful trick. Do not take your pill with plain water. Take it with a small glass of water that has either a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar or a good, heavy squeeze of fresh lemon juice in it. This tiny bit of natural acid is often all your stomach needs to properly break down the pill and absorb it. Mistake 3. You get the dose wrong. More is not better. It's a common mistake. Well, 200 milligrams is good, 600 milligrams must be great. No, too much even of glycinate can overwhelm your system and cause a laxative effect, though it's rare. Too little, and you won't feel a thing. The fix? Do not start at 500 milligrams. The sweet spot for this issue, the safe and effective starting dose for most men, is between 200 milligrams and 300 milligrams. Start there. Take 200 milligrams nightly for 1 week. See how you feel. If you're still waking up, go up to 300 milligrams. For 95% of men, that is the magic number. So let's be clear. Stop blaming your bladder. Stop blaming your age. That 2 a.m. wake-up call isn't a life sentence. It's your body screaming for one simple, powerful mineral. You now have the complete playbook. You know which foods to eat and that only magnesium glycinate will work. You know exactly when and how to take it. You have the knowledge. Now it's time for action. If this information was helpful and you learned something new, hit that like button and subscribe for more no-nonsense health solutions. Now, I want to hear from you in the comments. Be honest. Have you been blaming water this whole time? Are you ready to try this plan? Let's talk. Thanks for watching. Here's to finally sleeping through the night.